before you sit down, when you hear, thank you. When you hear, well, let's start with this because I don't have time for this. Just think about when you hear that's tomorrow. Think about, like, literally, like, think about how you have to think about how you have to take these moments tomorrow, but I'm not ready to die. Like, all of those moments, you have to take them. And I know right now you guys are not working on voice, so it's not important, but I think when you take time, see the room, try to put it back. Understand, like, because you're trying to fix things. If you're trying to, like, we can only fix what we can. So, in substitution of not fixing the problem that you came here to do,
Okay.
you fix up the couch, you fix up the bed, you fix up the chair. Then you sit down, look at those papers. Those papers are gonna be upstage on the desk.
Yeah.
We were, like you said, we're using it for clothes and stuff, but
Right.
those papers will be by the desk.
Yeah.
Yes. So can you just fix up the stuff, and we're gonna can take it from no, it's not my time, I'm ready, blah blah blah.
You want him to be fixing the stuff, not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're fine where you are.
Okay. Great.
But we can't. I don't have time to go back in this moment. So I'm saying, can we just forward it, which means that the papers will be upstage on the desk, couch will be fixed, bed will be fixed, chair will be up.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. No, it's okay. And I think you fixing everything. When she says tomorrow, as soon as she says tomorrow, that's when you should start moving things back, and I'll let you pick the pace. So by the time, and it's not too much, but by the time you get to no, it's not my time, I'm not ready to die, so I have work to do, and you go get those papers. Okay.
So I mean, so yeah. So as soon as I say no, start fixing stuff. Let me start. Sorry. When you say tomorrow,
Who says tomorrow?
me. When I say
No.
She's talking about my tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Camay's tomorrow. Can you sit over there, please? Yeah, you got the papers. Why America's going to hell. This is something that you're writing, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you need a writing utensil.
Ooh, Jesus. Mother.
Have you? Okay. Have you guys looked at these next few pages?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your idea for this part? Why America's going to hell?
Just pretty much as far like him just trying to get his stuff done because she literally told him tomorrow. So it's like, oh shit, I still haven't gotten my speech done. So
Right.
that was pretty much the whole. And then pretty much me just like it's almost like she's not there. He's just pretty much just going off and saying like, and then realizing she's there. He's like, oh, and then he's continuing his speech, trying to persuade her not to take him. Like trying to plead his case, in a sense.
Is that all? You spoke about fear, how you're not afraid. How true is that? There's a reaction to when someone tells you that you're gonna die tomorrow,
Well, yeah.
right? So I'm just saying that whatever choice you're making, it has to be a choice. Everything should change. It's a shift into the next moment.
Yeah.
So if that means that your movement becomes stagnant or becomes like more like whatever rapid, then that should show. Okay. So can we go from no, it's not my time? I just want to see what you thought about, because I'm confused.
For my tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. You want the stuff back around all over the place a little bit?
I don't have time for that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No.
No, you're fine. Tomorrow, when it's time, you're gonna have to take my hand.
That means you move tomorrow. Go back.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, when it's time, you're gonna have to take my hand.
That's when you run. You're not running,
Oh, yeah.
right? You're running right now. You're not running.
No, I just have long legs, so I'm just like trying to.
Yeah, but you still look like you about to like a boom, quick, or crack. It's not that.
Okay.
Take that second before.
Take a second.
So matter of fact, let me change it. After the tomorrow, take a beat, then move.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I'll take the beat. Tomorrow, when it's time, you're gonna have to take my hand.
No, tomorrow. But I ain't ready yet.
But God say it's time.
No, it's not my time. I ain't ready. I got more stuff to do. Why is America going to hell? A country that sends its boys to little bitty to bathe little bitty brown babies in the blood of its greed is headed for a crossroads of conscience.
You're not gonna be able to finish that now.
And the consequence are young being flown back in star-spangled coffins, unwashable our hands as we stand by the gate waiting for God to let us in. And why won't he? She let us in. Because America's going to hell. Cast down like Lucifer in the pits of burn, baby, burn.
And I thought I was right.
A tsunami of rage is rolling across the bottom of our seas in America. My sweet America is being surrounded by rising waters waiting to drown. Pharaohs will be overthrown when that great wave of change casts them into the rolling waters. But the children of the Nile will rise. I said they will rise, my brethren. Can I get an amen? I said, can I get an amen?
Amen.
That'll make a good sermon, won't it?
Hell, I'd sit in the pew for a few for that one.
So you agree with me? Well, I got to get to my sermon, and I need to be alone to finish my sermon, so you can just fly on the way.
Preacher came.
Exactly 1 year, I stood in the pulpit of Riverside Church shouting that this war is going to be our violent undoing, freedom suicide. Well, I didn't get too many amens that day. But what is a man that doesn't speak his heart's conscience? He is not a man, but I am a man. I just wish they see that love is the most radical weapon there is. But they won't listen. Instead, they just call me every other name but the child of God, even my people. You're splitting the movement, Martin. You're splitting the movement. You can't focus on the war, poverty, and Negroes.
Well, ain't you just a civil rights leader? You can't be talking about war and this and that.
And why the hell not?
Who you think you is? The president? Preacher Kelly, you can't call all the shots all the time.
Just need for a little bit more time.
Preacher.
A little bit more time. My country tis the thee. My country that goes out
Okay,
constant
stop.
misery.
Hold. Okay, good. That when we get into the summer through, I know that's gonna be way more in energy, but that's good. Nice movement, nice pace. Good following him,
Mm-hmm.
staying here. And the next part when it's these cut off, these dashes,
Yeah.
overlaps.
No, I knew it, and I was questioning myself. I was like, I know this shit. So
Yeah, no, it's okay. Just overlap,
Yeah.
but you know that's because the energy is gonna build it.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. What do you want to do? You are writing the speech, then you get up, then you're saying the speech from like verbatim now. Like, are you still writing? Like, just picking those moments
Yeah,
when
no,
you're writing
right.
and saying and brainstorming and speeching, like all of that thing. If your focus is on the speech, let it be on the speech. Okay, so we'll work that later. Can you go from "This is hard on me"
Uh-huh.
and then
Mm-hmm.
should I do the lead into that?
no?
No, from my this hard on me.
Yeah.
Okay. This hard on me.
It's hard on you? What about being hard on me? On my family? On Corey? On the movement? Has God ever thought about that?
God ain't the one you need to be mad at while you up there yelling. God ain't the one you need to be blaming.
Then who needs to be blamed?
It ain't a who, it's a what, Preacher King. It ain't who, it's what. Evil is not under God's jurisdiction, but good. Good is.
Well, can't you stop it? Stop what's coming?
That ain't my job. God told me to go ahead and get you on home.
But we still got work to do. I got more sermons in me. I got goals. I got plans. Cam, I want to do another march on Washington. Bigger, bolder, and better.
Another dream of yours?
But I want to make this one a reality. The plan, it's in the works. It's called the Poor People's Campaign.
Poor People's Campaign. What that is? Another one of your marches?
Just listen to me.
You and your marches. You and your marches!
Please, Cam, listen.
I'm listening. Go on.
We've been organizing this all year. All year. Just imagine, Cam, on the Washington Mall, not just thousands, but millions.
Millions of Negroes on the Washington Mall.
No,
Shit.
not just Negroes, but white folk, Chinese folk, Mexican folk, Indian folk, all banding together to shame this country. All kinds of poor people banding together to all kinds of poor people pushing their mule wagons across all along Washington Mall. A rainbow people chanting, "Stop the war in Vietnam, stop the war on poverty."
How about make love, not poverty?
I like that one too. And they can call me Common King all day life. I don't care. I refuse to lead poor people along this Jericho road. That's why we're here. Not to walk, but to march peacefully. Memphis was just a dress rehearsal for the big one. Memphis was just the beginning.
Your man will have to carry it on.
I'm the leader of the movement, the head of the body.
Well, the body will just have to grow another head. Because Memphis is the end of the road for you.
End of the road. But can't you talk to God?
Honey, I can't do you no kind of special favors.
Till the end of next month. Just until I see this plan on through. Till April 29th.
Yeah, and what if she let you?
No,
What you gonna keep on saying? One more day, one more month, one more this, one more that?
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. I know you, Preacher King.
But I just have so much work to do.
But what about your mans? Can't they carry it on?
But they don't dream this. But they don't dream the same dreams I do, Cam A. They think I'm crazy enough to dream this big, and maybe I am crazy. But how are we gonna fight the war in Vietnam when we can't fight the war of Negroes in our own streets? How are we going to put a man on the moon but not feed the starving children in Mississippi? There's just so much I got to do. There's so much I haven't yet accomplished. I got to finish what I started.
It ain't all about you. Gosh. You men are so selfish. Always thinking it's about them. Well, let me tell you something, Preacher Ken. Like most men, you ain't gonna be able to finish what you started.
My house has been bombed. I've been pelted at with rocks. My arm tied behind my back. My face shoved into a ground of gravel. I have been kicked at, spit at, pummeled, abused, looked at with the deepest of scorn. I've even been stabbed in my chest and I am still alive. Alive. If I had sneezed, I would have died.
Well, I'm glad you ain't sneezed that day.
Look at the life I've lived. You gonna tell me I don't have favor with God after all that?
Well, sometimes you done cleared the hurdles and sometimes you ain't. Remember Albany? You done brought us far, but you just a man. You just a man, baby. You not God, though some folk will think you mighty close. You know, sometimes you failed.
Like when that boy that got shot, Larry Payne.
Well, that wasn't your fault. Police killed that boy, not you.
So this room gonna be my tomb? But I survived so much.
Honey, I know all about your trials and tribulations. I done read your blessings file, which bigger than your FBI file than that. Bigger than the Bible. I know it might be hard for you to leave this life, your family, and all your plans. But you have to pass off that baton, little man. You in a relay race. I'll be at the fastest we done never seen. But you about to burn out, superstar. You gonna have to pass off that baton.
I know that I've dropped this baton many times over. But I promise I will never drop this baton again. Just tell her.
Tell her.
Yeah, just tell her I promise that I won't drop this baton ever again.
You ain't supposed to question God. You know that's the rule.
There ain't no rules for an angel like you.
Hell, ain't no rules. Angels got rules. I had to read the entire Bible today.
Well, just please, Campaign. Please, Campaign.
Dr. Kane.
Please.
Okay, hold
Well,
on.
what you gonna give me? Ooh.
Great. Good. Good, okay. Yeah, that's page 30. Looks good. What I will say to add some things, let's go back a little bit. When you're talking, sorry, when we're talking about the sermons, the more plans, the things that you have to do, and you have another march in Washington, and all of that stuff.
Excuse me.
I think that I'm gonna give you the notepad and then like a folder. So
Oh, okay.
so that way you can have things to refer to for your plans and things that you already have and that you're trying to like show like this is what's coming. So that way you can have more things to do. So for now, for December through, just have, I'll bring a folder in. So that you can have the things that's in the folder is things that is documented, we're doing this, these are drafts, and then the things that you're writing down, or so that way you can have more movement, action. I like the moment between you guys sitting at the edge of the couch, right there, it's nice. instead of you take, like, when you go, you know, she's like, oh, well, let me hear what you have to say. And the stage direction says she pulls out the popcorn.
Mhm.
Instead of that,
Okay.
when you say I'm listening, gone, I think that you take out your flask.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you take it out and you just
Okay.
listening because you already just like whatever. And I think that to add to the magicalness of Kemi, because now she's just like, I'm who I am, right?
Mhm.
If the coffee mug wants to be reheated, or if you light his cigarette again and pass it to him.
Word.
But no, because no, that's cigarette, no. The cigarette moment for you, when you speak about all of these obscenities, my house has been bombed, all of this stuff, you're gonna take a huge moment, like a huge moment. I don't care how long it's gonna take you to do this, but you're going to, by this time, you'll have the cigarette in your hand, and you're gonna smoke on it twice, sitting down on the couch, and then you're gonna, no, not sit down. You're gonna smoke on it twice, sit at the edge of the couch, and you're gonna explain this, what happened. When you move to sitting on the couch, I think is when you say you promise, like tell her I promise, that moment, like either the couch or your knees, but it has to be a lower level because this is when you're begging.
Mhm.
I think that because the next moment is like, next page is like, what you gonna give me, a kiss from the king. I think it'll be a beautiful stage moment if you're already low and she's already like, what you gonna do, you know? I don't want no kiss from you because you ain't brush your teeth, whatever. All of that.
Mhm.
And then when you go, please, Kame, you raise from your knees and you go on your bended knee. The flowers that she has from her eye, we said that it was gonna stick to your face. I don't know where, if it's gonna disappear or if you're gonna have it on your face still, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if it's on your face, if it's like little flowers on your face still, that'd be pretty. But if it is, then he can remove them. Or I'm thinking, these are thoughts,
Yeah.
because we don't know how the flower is gonna, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because Brian says it's gonna happen.
Period.
If the flowers fall from your eyes
Mhm.
and then you place them away secretly as we're watching him have his moment about not dying,
Yeah.
we'll choreograph that. But then there'll be a moment for you to put it behind the coffee table
Mhm.
or give it to him in a swipe pass, whatever.
Yeah.
So that way when you gonna bend the knee and you're searching for, like, I think that you're searching for something, and then you realize you come upon the flower that came from her eye, and then you give it to her, and then that, so for her to say, because the desperation, basically the desperation, right? That's a thought. Or you go into your bag upstage, because we haven't really touched that, but you go in your bag, you pull out something that's like, something. I don't know what, like, I don't know what you would give an angel. Something that you think that she would want for her to be like, okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Those are little thoughts. Can we go from the bottom of page 30, please, Kame?
Yes. Just from shit Gaga Rose.
Then yes,
Alright.
let's go from there. Shit, bad hours. How to read the whole Bible today. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shit. Gaga Rose. I had to read the entire Bible today.
Please, Kame.
Preacher came.
Please.
Well, what you gonna give me? Let me say that back. I'm gonna honor those ellipses. Preacher came.
hold on.
Yeah,
You're not on bended knee yet.
yeah.
Okay.
When I give notes, please write them down. Because I'm giving you notes because I'm trying to see something. If it works. I can't if you just be on your bended knee. I said you're gonna go on your both knees at this what did I say? Both knees. When you say yes, tell her I promise I won't ever drop this baton again.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Let's take it back so that way you can do it so I can see it clearly.
Okay.
I guess you're from that line. I know I have dropped this baton so many times over this race,
Mm-hmm.
and you're still sitting over there. You guys is both sitting at the edge of the couch
Mm-hmm.
because that's a nice, pretty picture too. Okay.
I know I've dropped this baton many times over, but I promise I won't drop it again. Tell her.
Tell her.
Yes. Tell her I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her that she needs to let me stay. Just ask her. For me.
What are you supposed to be doing?
You can cross. That's an option. It's a choice. It's an option. You don't gotta do it from all the way.
You don't. You can actually just go around and do that. What?
Yes. Tell her.
Yeah.
I promise.
You can do all of that and end it there, or you can say all your lines but either way you have to be on your knees by the time you say the last tell her. I mean, well, yeah, because then you're on your knees for yes tell her I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then, yeah. Once did it that.
I know I've dropped this baton many times over, but I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her.
Tell her.
Yes, tell her I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her she needs to let me stay. She needs to let me stay. Just ask her.
Mhm.
For me.
You're not supposed to question God. You know that's the rule. You know that.
But there ain't no rules for an angel like you.
Shit! God got rules. I had to read the entire Bible today.
Please, Cafe.
Dr. Kane.
Please.
Well, what you gonna give me?
A kiss from the cat. A kiss from the cat.
I don't want no kiss from you because you ain't brush your teeth.
Please, Cafe. Please, Cafe.
I'll move once it's real, unless you just want us to keep going. You on the bed?
Hello.
You want this phone call?
Please, Cafe.
Ugh.
Okay.
You lucky I remember this.
Yeah, since you're gonna be over there, we're just gonna have a place where the flowers will be,
Yeah.
so that way it'd be easy for you to pick it up and you could give it to her, and then she could say the and head over upstairs and do the phone call. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I just want to see that again, actually.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Because he's so tall, even when he's on his knees, he's taller than me.
Mhm.
Can he like come all the way down?
Let's see it.
Just as a what that would do, because he is so tall. I'm like, damn, he's still. You were
Mhm.
my half my person, even on your knees. That's hilarious.
Will not agree with that.
Oh, then never mind.
Okay.
Because I did forget you do have knee things.
Okay, so then, cause that's way too long. Then if you have knee things, let's just not do that unless you cross, excuse me, wrong page. You cross after, no, say your line. I know I have dropped this baton. Say that for me.
I know I dropped this baton many times over, but I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her. I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her.
Her line is in between.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you were right. I was coming.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know I've dropped this baton many times over, but I promise I won't drop the baton again. Just tell her.
Tell her.
Tell her I promise I won't drop the baton again. Tell her that she needs to let me stay. Just ask her. For me.
You ain't supposed to question God. You know that. That's the rule. That's the rule. You know that. That's right.
But there ain't no rules for an angel like you.
Shit. God got rules. I had to read the entire Bible today.
Please, Candy.
Dr. Candy.
Please.
Well, what you gonna give me?
A kiss in the can.
I don't want no kiss from you because you ain't brush your teeth. I was about to say stinky feet. That too. Teeth stink and your breath. My God.
Please, Candy.
You can get up. How's that feel? It's okay?
Hmm?
All right. Let me know. We'll change it if you have to. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I threw it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shit. You lucky I remember this. Hey, St. Augustine. What up? Yeah. Can I talk to God? What's she doing? Oh. There are some forest fires. She had to go make some rain and When's she gonna be back? Well, can you call her cell phone? Cause this man is really getting on my nerves.
Have a seat on the bed.
Yeah, try to shoot him. Cause this man is really getting on my nerves. I'm trying to get him on a program. Yeah, I know. That's what I tried to tell him. You know. Mars. Shokan. He trying to get her on her cell.
Cell.
It's like a phone that ain't got no cord.
Phone with no cord.
Sort of like when you talking to God, don't need a cord. She kind of just answers. Hello there, God. It's me, Kame. How we going? It's going pretty good. But yeah. I'm halfway through my shift. But well, there's a bit of a problem. He said he ain't ready. That's what I told him. I know.
Let me talk to
No.
I want to talk to your supervisor.
Shh. I'm trying to butter her up first.
Just let me talk to her.
Hold on a doggone minute, preacher can. Yes. But he's so stubborn. quite convincing. He showed you got away with words. I know you told me. You wanna talk to him? Well, good. Cause he wanna talk to you too.
Have a seat next to her.
God, it's yes, Michael to you.
No, don't go back.
God, yes, it's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Oh yes, Michael to you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is she?
Black? Mm-hmm. And proud.
God, ma'am? You don't sound like I thought you sound. No. Pardon me. If that offends, I like how you sound. Kind of like my grandma. Well, it's a compliment. I love her dearly, but I love you more. Though, Cammy told me that you might be busy tonight. Oh, you have time for me. for one of your favorites. God, are you all right? You sound hoarse. Oh, you tired? Well, it must be tiring to be everywhere all at the same time. Well, God, I don't mean to trouble you, ma'am, but I just wanted to ask you something. You see, I've always listened to you. I've always honored your word, lived by your word, for the most part. God, please don't strike me down for asking this, but I want to live. I have plans, lots of plans in my head and in my heart, and my people need me. They need me, and I need to see them to the promised land. And I know that's not what you had said tonight. That's what you had said earlier, but I wasn't lying exactly. I just didn't know she was coming so soon. Well, I meant every word I said tonight when I spoke to those people. Dead honest. No pure mischief. No pun intended. God, I just want to see my people there. The tide is turning. War is becoming the order of the day, and I must convince them to stay vigilant. We come too far to turn back now. God, listen to me. Who else is better? Who else is better fit for this job? I mean, who else will take my place? Jesse. Well, I just thought Ralph would make a better. No. I am not turned in vain. On the contrary, I'm a servant for you, God, ma'am. Yes, I've been a servant for you all my life. At one point in time, I might have not been up for the challenge, but I knew this was all par for the course, and I did. Your will. I honored your will. God, man, please, let me not die, a man who does not get to hug his children one last time. Let me not die, a man who gets to never make love to his wife one last time. Let me not be a man who dies afraid and alone. Then why'd you pick me, huh? No disrespect. But if you didn't know what I could do, what my talents were then, you got some nerve dragging me here to this moldy motel room in Memphis to die? Huh? Of all places.
Sorry.
Well, I am angry. There have been many a nights when I've held my tongue when it came to you, but not tonight. Not tonight. I have continuously put my life on the line, gave it all up. Gave it all up for you and your word. You told me that that I be safe in your arms. You protected me all this time. Glued a pair of wings to my back, but now that I've flown too close to the sun, I'm falling into the ocean of death. God, how dare you take me now? I beg of you, please, God. Ma'am? God?
Okay, hold. Great. Yeah, with the going up stage and when the conversation gets juicy, because when you really believe that she's speaking to God, that's when you take a seat, like in disbelief or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think your instincts to get up when she's like, oh, he right here, like, you know, talk, then that's fine. Sit like where you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Cut that sitting part. You're gonna pass him the cord phone,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna pull the cord off, so the phone is cordless.
Cool.
So that way, but the phone is still connected. Yeah. So that. So that way it's a shock, but that's the reaction that we need to see from you. And of course, Kame being all happy about that because that was hot, okay. But she's showing you the cordless moment, if that makes sense.
Preach, Michaela.
I'm just saying.
You gotta preach.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that. So to just play into more of the real moments, the magical moments. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Since we might as well. Since you're on the phone with no cord, I'm gonna allow you to pick a place if you want to sit down, if you want to have a conversation with her on the phone. But you must sit, because your paperwork is gonna be there, right? Which is fine. But if the paperwork is gonna be there, there's a moment when you have to like get some evidence to show God. Like, listen, like I still got things to do, like blah blah blah, like all of this. Who's better fit for the job? I mean, who'll take my place? Jesse. And then that can probably propels you to like find something so that way Jesse knows, like, listen, bruh, this is what you done gonna do. Anyway, anything to prompt you to come downstairs, down stage. When you get upset with God, paperwork gets flung out into the downstage area. Flung. You're mad. Let it flame. And I believe it could be any one of these lines. It could, well, I am angry. You could do that. Drag me to this motel room in Memphis to die. Like all of those places, you can find a place to throw the paperwork. I want you to try to spread it out across the downstage. Only because I have that is another picture. I think that'll be beautiful to see the anger, the paper, and then Cammy upstage trying to figure out what's going on with the phone call.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
Yep, that was it.
Oh, okay. I got up around when he starts getting dragging me. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I think that's and you can do that. But when you be right over there upstage, no, that looks great.
Okay.
Yeah, but that reaction, the paper should have that same reaction that she did, basically.
I was like,
you was like, yo.
She could stop, right? She could stop all this shit right now.
No disrespect, but if you didn't know what you could do, what my times would then, you got some nerve. Like, all of that shit is wild, but let it be downstage on the couch. And I'll let you decide if you want to take a moment or if it's just a quick, like, what? You got some fucking nerve. Like, not fucking, because that's not what she said. That's not what you said. But it's kind of that anger, the reaction to it.
So come downstage when then why'd you pick me?
No, you could do it before that because when you talking about, okay, let's just look at this because I feel like in the beginning, we're going through the arc of the monologue, right?
Yeah.
You're starting off begging, then you try to plead your case, and then end up going into, wait, what? Jesse, all of that, I feel like all of that kind of thing is a gradual anger that's happening. And anger is a mask for hurt. So there's a pain that's coming from you, but sometimes most men don't know how to do that safely. They do it with anger. But I feel like ultimately by the end of this monologue, like, you accepted your fate. Maybe in your face. I don't want to say in the words because obviously we have so much more. But I think that there is a moment that I want the audience to see downstage when you get off the phone with God. That I think that is important. Because when you say, like, because even when Kame, if we do this situation, I'm like, what'd she say? Like, she's scared of her too.
Right, like,
So it's kind of like, whoa, you spoke kind of crazy.
you fucking me up. This is my first day out here. Like,
Yeah. No, but seriously. So it's this disrespectful moment is huge. Is my biggest note to you. If you're gonna be disrespectful, you're gonna be 10 times disrespectful. Because it's God. And it's wild. But it also shows how much hurt and how much, like, you're super adamant on staying on this planet. You tried every fucking moment. We know that you were a father. We know that you were a man. We know that you were the preacher. You know that you love your people that much that you was not willing to go live into eternity. You just said in the last monologue, like, oh, I was waiting for her to, like, just kill me, like, take me out. Like, now you're like, oh, wait a minute, it's happening too soon. Because you still have so much work to do, right? So all of these moments is purposeful, okay? Because, yeah. Okay, we're good. Can we go back? Because we have some time.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go back just so I could see that movement?
Yeah.
And I want you to throw the papers this time. So that way you can see it. Okay? So can we go before the,
So the throw, sorry, because I was like trying to write everything.
that's fine, yeah.
You said throw the papers on. Oh, you said to pick a time to throw the papers. You said, right? Or you said, or what line you want me to throw the papers?
Okay, perfect. I like when you ask questions because it helps me be very clear. So don't apologize. Cordless phone gets in your hand. You have it here. You make a decision if you want to speak. Like, do the little walk around. With your grandma, you playing with little things and stuff like that, right? You're not really.
I have a thing I could do when it's a place where I can take the little hook off the bottom of the phone where it's cordless.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that around kind of like my grandmama. It's the top of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like my grandmama. You see it happen. Oh shit. I can do it. And God is still talking to me. And that could be a place where you can find the freedom to.
Oh,
Let's do that.
Ooh.
Let's do this in that run. So we're gonna take it back before the monologue. Of course, because we're gonna have to,
Mm-hmm.
see the movement from upstage bed to him grabbing the thing, and then you pull at that moment so we can see if it works.
Yeah.
When she pulls the cord, please. I don't care what you do, acknowledge that shit.
right.
Right? If you want to, I don't care who's upstage and who at that moment. It's not important. That's a big moment.
Yeah.
To answer your question about when you move down stage to get the papers, it's gonna be at the top of the couch, right? I would say between the lines, because I don't even think that it's really whatever. Lots of plans in my head, and my heart, and my people need me. They need me, and I need to see them to the promised land. That's when you're grabbing the papers. Like, I have lots of plans. Like, when I feel like like I feel like you're grabbing the papers, you're spreading them on the couch. You know how you sit on the couch and then you put your papers all out and you kind of like looking through, like you're rummaging through your bag or something. It's like that. You're sitting. If you sit there, you sit there. I don't care what part of the couch you sit. Sit, spread it out, find the paper that can convince you the most. That's the tactic. When she says Jesse, because I like what you say. It's only because you say it that way.
Yeah.
Stop and be like, Jesse. Like I really like that moment. I feel like it's one of those like, did I do that? It's like what?
It's like it's the only way you can say that. Like Marcus.
Marcus.
It's one of those. Jesse.
Jesse.
That's the only way you can say that.
And that's why I kind of want you to. It is fucking amazing. I love the way you say it. And then you get into the moment of I thought Ralph and da 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 da. And you leave the papers alone in that section. When you throw the papers, like I said, I'll let you pick between the lines of like.
Well, when I honored your will.
Not yet.
When I am.
No, I feel like the anger's building.
Oh yeah.
Because you still have so much to go through. I think that between the lines of you got some nerve tracking me, that's wild. And then you see those ellipses like, take them, please. That switch, like, it could be one swift of your hand on the couch. It doesn't have to be like, pick a paper throw. It could be, you got some nerve. Or it could be like, you got some, like, make it rain on them, whatever. But it has to be a big disrespectful moment. All right? And that's all I have. So can we go back? Any more questions?
No.
Okay. Let's go back to.
No, I think I got everything okay.
Hold on a gum minute. What the
Take
fuck, Cammy?
Ah.
So funny. Taking it back there, just so we can see the Passover with the phone. And then.
And this is a rotary phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just want to make sure I was doing it with my finger. Well, you already over here.
All right.
Right here. See? Hold on.
I was about to say,
There you go. Can I take it from shh? I'm trying to butter her up first. It's just my
Yep.
line before.
Mhm.
Shh. I'm trying to butter her up first.
talk to her.
Hold on a goddamn minute, preacher gang. Yes. But he's stubborn. And quite convincing. He sure do got away with words. I know you told me. You wanna talk to him? Great. Cause he wanna talk to you.
God. It's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, Michael to you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Black? Mm-hmm. And proud.
God, ma'am. You don't sound like I thought you sound. No. Pardon me. If that offends, I like how you sound. Kind of like my grandma. Well, it's a compliment. I loved her dearly. I love you more though. Kame told me that you might be busy tonight. Oh, you have time for me. or one of your favorites? God, are you all right? You sound hoarse. Oh, you tired? Well, it must be tiring to be everywhere all at the same time. Well, God, I don't mean to trouble you, ma'am, but I wanted to ask you something. You see, I've always listened to you. I always honored your word, lived by your word, for the most part. Well, God, please don't strike me down for asking this, but I want to live. I have plans. Got lots of plans. In my head and in my heart. And my people need me. They need me. And and I want to see them to the promised land. I know that's not what I said tonight, but I know, and I wasn't lying exactly. I just didn't know that she was coming so soon. I meant every word I said tonight when I spoke to those people. Dead honest. Oh, no pun intended. God, I just want to see my people there. The tide is turning. The war is becoming the order of the day, and I must convince them to stay vigilant. We've come too far to turn back now. God, listen to me. Who else is going to be better fit for this job? I mean, who's going to take my place? Jesse? I just thought Ralph will make a better. No.
So have a seat. Up, downstage.
I just thought Ralph would. No. I have not turned in vain. On the contrary, but I am a servant for you, God, ma'am. Yes, I've been a servant for you all my life. At one point in time, I might have not been up for the challenge, but I know it was all par for the course, and I did your will. I honored your will. God, ma'am, let me not die a man who doesn't get to hug his children one last time. Let me not die a man who never gets to make love to his wife again. Let me not be a man who dies afraid and alone. And why'd you pick me, huh? No disrespect, but you didn't know what I could do, what my talents were. You got some nerve dragging me up on this moldy motel room in Memphis to die of all places. Well, I am angry. There have been many a night that I held my tongue when it came to you, but not tonight. Not tonight. I have continuously put my life on the line, gave it all up. Gave it all up for you and your word. You told me that I'd be safe in your arms. You protected me all this time. Glued a pair of wings to my back, but now that I've flown too close to the sun, I've flown into the pool of death. God, how dare you take me now? No! I beg you, I plead, God. Ma'am? God?
What she said?
I think she hung up on me.
Could have been a drop call.
Drop call? How does one drop a call?
You act like I'm speaking in tongues.
Well, you speak of things that I know nothing about.
Yeah, I speak of the future.
The future?
Ooh, you done got me in trouble now.
How did I get you in trouble?
God gonna tear my hair from Brown to Barbecue. Oh. You just jumped my line.
Oh, sorry.
That's all.
Okay.
God gonna tear my hair from Brown to Barbecue.
How did I get you in trouble?
Look, I can't just call her for you. You gonna make me lose my wings.
Well, good. You need to lose them. Maybe you stop luring men to their deaths. I can't believe she hung up on me.
No.
I would've hung up on you too, yelling like that.
Oh. Okay.
Luring me to death. Fuck. What am I,
Okay.
siren? I'm an angel. Shit.
Okay. Good. So, yeah, that whole thing was interesting to watch now. Let's talk about the.
Yeah.
Because you did something new, which I like. Write this down.
Are you writing in pen?
Pencil.
Okay.
I
Um,
was, and I was like,
I was like, you better.
So yeah,
Need your help.
I like how she pulls the cord. I think that it should pull like you would want to stand up and talk, and then you realize the cord, like notice that the cord is still here, and then she proceeds to do that. So that is gonna happen when you feel like you offended her the first time, and this is what I mean with the whole arc, right? It looks good that in the beginning you're worried about offending her, and then you end up disrespecting her, right? Pardon me if that offends. That could be a line like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, you know? And then you realize that the cord, and then you kind of like my grandmama, and then that pull happens. Good with the reaction to that. I think the pacing works. I think that you sitting on the couch, after Jesse, I think that works. So when you say just the like that moment, like that could be a moment of like, I'm just trying to, you have a seat at the couch where you were. When you discuss, let me not die mine, who doesn't like get to, hug his children, make love to his wife, all of that. I know you're looking at the script, so I'm not worried about it, but make that up as if you literally speaking to God, right? All of them work with the reaction to like, not tonight, blah blah blah. When you move up stage, after you realize that she hung up on you, you need to act like you could fix the phone. When you realize you can't fix the phone, Cammy's gonna fix the phone. Cammy's gonna put it back together.
Okay.
That means that you guys will be here, over here, which is fine. But when you say, "Ooh, you done got me in trouble," that whole thing, that's fine for you to move around and move about the space like you were.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you hide from Brown to Barbecue.
Wow.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
And then these last moments right here, I'm not sure where it needs to happen, but I think that we can safely say that we're blocked to 33, because those were like the main things that I kind of wanted to get to.
Yeah.
I know that the rest of everything, we have those 30 minutes before the run on 4th on Friday, and plus we don't have time. But